start with the topic. It's a very, very important topic because for people who have not attended also, even if you're only attending it today, by the time you go out of this room in the next 1 hour, you will be able to at least identify how you can transform yourself. Okay? And I'm just envious of all of you. Because if I had got somebody telling me something like this when I was in my college days, I would have, reached much more probably. But we had to have a very difficult path. We had our own failures and we had to rise up from our failures. And everything was not a very, kind of a smooth ride for us, right? So if you all have a paper and a pen today, keep it in front because you have, at least pointer-wise, you will have lots to take it down. And I'm telling you, only around maybe top 8 or 10% of who are sitting here today, or whoever is going to listen it on the YouTube, is going to be benefited. For the others, it might just be another class. Okay? But if you're going to really take whatever I put it, and I'm not going to preach here, okay? It is all what I have put it to practice. And I've been practicing, if you want dentistry, I've been practicing dentistry for 26 years. So I'm sure all of you must be even younger than that, right? So I've been practicing for more than your age. And if you think about psychotherapy, I've been practicing for the last 12 to 13 years. The first 10 years, I did free practice, which means I didn't charge a dime from whoever I practiced with, because I thought I wanted to serve. After a certain point, all my patients started telling me, Doc, if you do it like this, we don't feel comfortable to come back to you again. The reason is, we feel like, we are troubling you. So then I said, okay, I'll start with minimum charges. And today, if I can look back, at least the last 1 year, 2020 and 2021, my psychotherapy profession, if I could say, that line has gone around 200% more. Because I've had so many colleges or so many institutions who have kept calling me to give a talk like this. Okay? So this is really going to be a game changer for all those people who are going to seriously take these points and work out on those points, okay? So as I told you, I'm not going to preach. Whatever I have experienced, I'm going to share. And at the end of today, you're just going to see where you can put yourself maybe a few years down the line, okay? So as the topic says, discover the new you. So, what is so new about this year? And what is so new about you this year? Every year comes and goes, right? We all wish each other Happy New Year. But what is so special about this year? How are you going to make it special? Because it is only in our thoughts, right? So this is very important. And as Socrates said, he said the secret of change is to focus all of your energy on not fighting the old, but building the new. Which means all of us make mistakes in life, we learn from our mistakes, and then we have to step forward. So as you step forward, understanding is you don't repeat your mistakes, right? Or you learn from your mistakes and you want to make yourself into a better version of yourself. So when you do that, we need to set new desires and definitely aspire high. As I was talking to Dr. Shankaran, I came to know that from tomorrow, you're going to have a lot of alumni who are going to come back to your college and are going to enlighten you with what they have achieved. How many of you see yourself in those shoes few years down the line? How would you like to come and stand on this podium and talk? To inspire, to enlighten, to motivate your brethren. Don't you think you want to be something like that? And if you want to be something like that, there must be something in you which you would want to hold, which you would want to, show to the world that you've achieved something. And that is very important. So whenever you're thinking about a change can just not happen. It is a success is not by accident. It's a very planned event. Do you agree with me? A person who runs the Olympic for the champion, for gold, do you think he can just run and he will get the gold? Is that how you see Usain Bolt do it? When you and I say it is hot, it is cold, it's raining, and we want to snuggle ourselves in our bed, Usain Bolt gets up and starts running every single day. And he does it for 4 years. Correct? And only then he can come up for the gold. And 2020, I don't know how many of you are into sports, no Olympics happened. Which means you will have to wait for another 4 years. 8 years. How many of you are determined enough, or you're going to push yourself or persevere yourself to get that happening? So let's see. And this slide will tell you that out of how many of our students have attended the program so far. Because I'm sure every day we had, there were no amalgamation of students. It was like one day we had many, the other day we had less. So at the end of the day, the number of students who have been touched by this 7-day workshop, if I look at it, 40 to 50% will make resolutions, will say they want to change, and out of that, in the next 6 weeks, 80% of it will drop out. And after that, only the top 8 to 10% will make things happen. Now, is that you? Is that the person sitting on the chair? It's for you to decide. Because few years back, I was sitting like you in the chair. True? And today, I have turned the table. It's so beautiful that I knew what I had to do. Was it easy? No. Was it possible? Yes. So it is a decision, right? And many a times, whenever we think about things, there are a lot of loopholes, right? Even for exam, we look into the 10 years question paper and try to learn only so much because we are all only focused towards the exam marks, right? So there is always a loophole in whatever you want to do. Am I right or wrong? But if you really think that you want to contribute and study, that is where the real education comes. So education, according to me, is not in the classroom. It is what you do after the classroom. Few minutes back, I was just interacting with the previous director and the speaker, and they said, we just want the students to bring out the best. Is that what you are also feeling? Because they said, many of you might be physically sitting here. Out of that, few of you will be mentally somewhere already. And only few of you are going to get the best of what you're going to listen to today. That's okay with me. Because I know only 8% of you would succeed. How many of you read books? I have no idea. I'm not talking about your textbook. A person who gets up before 5 o'clock is the person, 5 o'clock in the morning, is the person who's going to be on the top 1% of the achiever list. For a simple act of just getting up. How many of you knew that by getting up 1 hour early than what you're getting up today, you would earn an entire month. You thought there are 12 months in a year, right? But you will earn the 13th month because you have so much of time for yourself. How many of you know that the best entrepreneurs that you have seen or heard, they all wake up early in the morning so that they make their dreams come true? Now this is something which you need to start thinking. And whatever the loopholes are, all that will just fizzle out. Because whatever you are starting with a bang, you want to do it, right? Nobody wants to be a loser here. Am I right or wrong? For sure. Everybody wants to be an achiever, correct? But what chooses you or what choices you make is now going to decide whether you are going to be an achiever or not. So let's see. The first thing is setting lofty goals, which means goals which are a little above than what you can think of. So what you need to do is, like, suppose if you're getting marks of say 60 or 70 and you want to go to the 75+% bracket. Obviously you need to study. You think the marks are just going to come on? No. But if you're going to tell me overconfidently that next time I'm going to get a university rank, is that going to happen from 70 directly? No. So let's set goals and let's set realistic goals. Very important, right? Next is the attitude of giving up easily. This is what most people do. I just told you a few slides before that around 80% of the people will drop off on the 6th week. This happens when you start the new year. On December 31st, you will say, okay, from tomorrow I'm going to do exercise. Right? We'll say, let's do exercise 1 hour every day. And we start. I put on weight, I have to reduce. I'm going to help my mother in kitchen. It could be anything. And then what happens? First week, yes, you feel very happy. Second week also, fine. From third week onwards, 1 or 2 days you miss. Fourth week you'll say, not today but tomorrow definitely. Fifth week, 5 days you miss. By the time the 6th week comes, it's okay. Right? So this is what happens. So what makes you give up so easily is because you're thinking too far. Just think for today. Just 1 day at a time. Today I'll get up on time. Today I will do things properly. Just set a small time goal. Your end result is going to be, yes, I'm going to exercise. But then, if I say, okay, today let me find that 1 hour for myself. Correct? That would make the difference. Time management. Another topic which, the more you say, it's so difficult to understand. All of us have only 24 hours, am I right? You, me, Prime Minister, everybody is only 24 hours. That's not the matter. It is how are you going to use those 24 hours? What is your equation with time? That's very important. Many a times you will hear people saying that I'm very busy. Have you heard that? If that is what you're going to say, your equation with time is negative. The moment you say you're busy, the opportunity which is going to come and knock in your door is going to just go away. Because you're only telling it you're busy, right? The moment you say you're busy, the God-given opportunity which is coming your way is just going to go away. So what is your equation with time? Are you able to find time? You need to. Think what is your priority. I don't know. If it is 10 hours of college, great. And then, what is it that you want to do to, excel? How are your goals for your health? How many of you are pursuing your hobbies? What are the other things you're doing other than studying? I just heard Dr. Shankaran tell me that, he's so jam-packed with a lot of work. So busy people always find time to do things. But they don't say they're busy. They always try to squeeze in time so that they get the best out of that 24 hours. You should have a time journal. You should have a book in which you write from morning till night what you're doing. And once you start doing that, you will realize you're wasting time. I can see so many of you nodding, right? You will say, I'll just, take a 5-minute break and probably, go through my WhatsApp. That 5 minutes will become half an hour. Especially during, study time or when you want to study something. And that's not the right way. You can take a break every 45 minutes. That's what I encourage. Take a 5 to 10 minute break. Get up. Do some form of a physical exercise to exhaust yourself. And then come and study. You'll be able to sharpen your mind and study better. Right? Lack of clarity and specificity. When there are too many things on your mind, it's a complete mess. You must learn how to declutter your mind. And the best way of doing it is planning for the next day. So tonight, before you go to sleep, you plan what you're going to do with the 24 hours for the next day. That is for tomorrow. That's how I plan. And it becomes very easy when you plan that way. Because you've written it all down in that paper, it becomes very easy. Many a times we all used to remember, the cell phone, the numbers, or the whatever important numbers by heart. Cell phone came, and none of us remember any numbers, right? But they say it's very good. You don't have to fill your head with these numbers. Fill your head with things which is going to propel you to move forward. Right? Next is practicing rigidity and not with discipline. If you see these are the things which you should not do, don't think you should do all this. Don't be rigid, that's what they are saying. Be disciplined but not rigid. You must have heard this saying which says like when there is a storm, the tree that bends with the storm stays. The tree that resists fall off. Have you heard that? Correct? So you need to be flexible, both in the mind and in the body. That's very, very, very important. So how are you going to be flexible? You know your destination. You can find different ways to reach the destination. Imagine I had to come from my house here and I saw a roadblock in the middle. Am I going to say I'm not going to come here today? What would I do? I'd find another route, right? Well, I have to be here. That's the way you should plan your future. You understand these nuances in a very simple way. But how about for your own personal future? Right? And 7 effective ways to discover the new you. As I told you, take your small baby steps every single day. Don't say I'm going to start dancing or practicing exercise for 1 hour. Doesn't work. Say I'll start with 30 minutes. I'll do that 30 minutes for a week. I'll increase 10 minutes from the next week, make it 40. Slowly I'll increase to 1 hour. And when I do it for 21 days, it becomes a habit. Am I right? I'm just giving an example of an exercise. It could be reading your study books also. Okay, exam is round the corner and I have to start studying. These are my subjects. So much I have got to read. I have so many chapters to do. let me finish today one chapter, and I'm going to take about 2 hours to finish the chapter. The same person who's not able to study every day is able to cram everything just the day before the exam. Am I right or wrong? Has it happened to you? Try, right? Today, if you start studying for your exam 2 months later, there's a lot of time wastage. But 1 week before the exam, and if tomorrow is the exam, you're able to study and remember and write. Correct? How about doing it not for the marks, but to gain knowledge? That's how it has to be. Because only that knowledge will take you forward. Right? So life is about discovering new things. Don't stop. Keep moving forward. A new life is in front of you. How many of you feel it that way? I don't know. But I feel that way every single day. Every day is a new life. You must have heard many a times that people who slept last night has not got up today morning. Do you agree with me? So which means you are gifted. You got another day of your life. How are you going to use it? Is it going to be an effective way of using it? Are you going to be proud of yourself at the end of the day that you made the best use of what you got today? What good thing did you do for the present and for the future today? It's something which you need to really sit and write down. So you can't discover new oceans unless you have the courage to leave the shore. We call this the comfort zone. Right? If my friend is coming, I will come. Wherever my friend is sitting, I'll sit next to that person. That's your comfort zone. You will stop growing. Make new friends. Okay? You can be loyal to few, that's fine. But you should keep getting out of your comfort zone every single day. Because the comfort zone is not a line. It will keep expanding. And the more you expand in terms of your vision, you'll be ready to walk out or get out of the comfort zone. So believe this is your year to sparkle. And how are you going to sparkle? I'm sure every one of us have a bucket list in which we write down, right? We write down whatever we want. We'll say, okay, no more junk food from today. Let's not eat outside food. Let us take care of our weight. We'll, take care and pamper ourselves. If you're going to complete your college, you might think, okay, let me start thinking about my financial future, right? So each of us will have our own bucket list. That's fine. Some of you will have very meaningful New Year resolutions. When I say meaningful, I mean at the end of the day, you will feel happy that you did it. At the end of a week or a month, you'll feel proud that you've progressed. And at the end of the year, you'll really feel happy that you achieved most of them. So I generally call them the spokes of the wheel. So remember, you draw a circle and that's your periphery. You have a center. And from the center to the periphery, keep drawing lines. And see what is it that you want to achieve. Okay, in exercise, if you're thinking, how much marks will you give for exercise today? Did you do? Did you not do? How much of time did you spend for studying? So like that, when you keep doing, if you're giving one mark, say 5, and the other 2, and the other 3, is the wheel rounded? Not really. So which means you will not have a holistic life later. You would have heard about the saying which says most of us work very hard in the first 40 years just to pay the medical bills for the next 40 years. Have you heard that? Yes? So it is about every day working on all the ways that you want your life to be. That's called holistic living. So this is an exercise for all of you who are sitting here. So I'm sure you're all, aware that you want to become a new you today or from now onwards. So, see what all are the possibilities that you can go for. That's very important, right? And in the possibilities, you can start writing down whatever you want. If you don't have a journal, I would encourage you to buy a book today and start writing down whatever you want in life. I don't know how many of you have watched the movie called Secret. Has anybody watched the movie called Secret? 1, 2, 3. Good. If you have not, then I would encourage you to watch. That will help you understand that a beautiful life is waiting for you. And whatever you write with the law of attraction, you will be able to achieve that. So it comes with 3 things. It says ask, believe, and receive. So whatever you ask in that book, believe that you've got it and you will receive that. So let's see, as I told you, that's my book and that's my dream book, and I have written more than about 800 dreams there. And I keep filling it up. So it's up to you whether you want to have a book like that. And many of my dreams have come true. Right? You can have simple resolutions. That's very important. As I told you, when you set very lofty goals, it's very difficult for you to, achieve them if you're not putting in your proper action. That's why I said one day at a time, one step at a time. And every step will count. Because there'll be somebody who's not done what they had to do and you did it. Very important. Many of them, after writing things like this in the book, they feel, a sense of fear. They feel, they're not good enough. They might not achieve. So fear kills more dreams than failure will. Dare to dream is what Abdul Kalam sir said. Have you heard that? You first have to dare, which means there's no question of a fear. And in the end, if you don't even do this job of writing what you want, you will only regret, because failure is confirmed for people who don't even try. Correct? When you try, there is a chance that you will succeed. And you have to believe in yourself. Whoever believes in you or not, you have to believe in yourself. You should feel that you are the best. And I'm sure, I'm so confident that all of you are the best. I never felt I was inferior to anybody. There were lots of times I fell down. That's okay. I got up one more time. Right? And you have to conquer all your fears. So you have to conquer your fear every single day. That is very important. And be that spark who is going to, make the change. If many people are sad, you be the one who's spreading the smiles. And if somebody is saying, it's impossible, I can't do it, remove all those negative things. It's very important. And I always wonder why this month is called March. In English, I'm sure you understand the word March, right? It means move forward. And you move forward to all those positive things you want to attract. And stay away from negative naysayers. People who, try to get attention, who try to sap your energy, negative people. speak negative, always complain, condemn, criticize, I stay away from them. I don't even go close to them. Because I feel it's so important that you need people who can compliment you, who can complete you, right? That is how you grow. So there are 3 laws of emotional strength. The first is called the law of attention. What does that mean? It means after you've written that book, whatever you're putting your mind into, you're going to attract. So what are you putting your mind into is something which you need to plan. Next is the law of exchange. I just told you that. Exchange all the negativity with positivity. It could be anybody. If there's somebody who is not allowing you to move forward, give up on them. Don't give up on yourself. Right? And the third is the law of reversibility. And this is when you really want things to happen, the law which will make that things happen. That's very important. So make meaningful resolutions. So whenever you're doing some resolution, see what best you can do and make the best out of the resolutions you do. Very important, right? And these resolutions should empower you, and that should empower the people around you. That's very important again. The only wall you need to conquer is a wall in your mind. If you feel you can't do it, that is the wall you need to conquer. Because you should feel you can do it. I can do it is something which you should always constantly feel. And once you conquer your mind, you will conquer the world. How many of you have seen Olympic champions, they would write when they want to break a record, they would have a small piece of paper with the time written and they'll keep it under their shoes. I'm not sure how many of you are runners here or athletes here. And if you're that's what they do. Every time, if the national record or the world record is something, they would keep few seconds before that and they will achieve exactly the second which they've written. That is the power of your mind. So it always happens first time in your mind and then in reality. How many of you know about architects when they construct a house? They have something called the blueprint, right? So what is the blueprint? It is the future in present, right? So in their eyes, they're able to see everything very clearly. So at that moment when you go and you ask a mason, you ask him, what are you building? He might say, I'm building a wall, right? If you ask the contractor, he might say, I'm building a room or something like that. But if you ask the owner of the house, he will say he's building his dream house, right? It's the same. But look at the way they see the same thing. So what is your dream and how do you want to conquer it? It's all in your mind. So choose your thoughts wisely, because your life will always move in the direction of your thoughts. How many of you sitting right now are with me listening here? If you are, you'll be able to follow what I'm trying to say. Because your thoughts are going to get guided towards a beautiful new you. For people who are not concentrating, they will never be able to understand what we are talking right now. Because that mind is already out. Right? And aim for realistic goals. I'm sure you must have heard about this mnemonics called SMART. S-M-A-R-T. It says specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. So whenever you set a goal, be very specific. I need to get these marks by this time. It should be measurable. So how much marks? Maybe 75%. And it should be achievable in your mind at least. And it should be realistic. And then there's a time frame attached to it. Very important. The day you stop blaming the other person, that's the day you would discover who you are. Why didn't you get marks? If your parents are asking and if you say, oh, my teacher didn't teach properly, I went from offline to online, I could not understand. You can keep blaming anybody on earth. The day when you own up and accept the responsibility, that's the day when you're going to change. That's very important. So what are the 3 C's in life? First is the choice. Second is the chance. And then only the change comes. So what are the choices you're going to make? It's again dependent on you. And that you'll have to keep doing it till you bring about the change. So this is the time to adapt. When COVID happened or the pandemic happened, we never knew we were going to face something like that, right? We never knew we were going to have something like a online class. Agree or not? All of us had to adapt. So there were so many things we all adapted, right? We didn't resist. And as we all know, change is the only constant thing in this entire universe, right? You should mold yourself with change. So there are some changes which are very positive. Remember those days when you had a telephone where you had to put your finger in and circle? I don't know how many of you were even born at that time. And then there was a phone where you had to press the button. Correct? And then we had the cell phone. Okay, before that we had a wireless phone. Correct? And then the cell phone came. And even in the cell phone you had a button system beginning. And now it's all touch screen. Can you see how things are evolving? Are you evolving? That is a question. And many a times when you keep thinking and thinking and thinking, overthinking only ruins you. You'll be thinking so much for yourself, for the other person, what will happen, and then you're lost it. They say analysis of paralysis. It will weaken your mind, it will weaken the work you're trying to do. Just get up and do it. That's all you need to do. Okay? And design your plan of action. So once you design what you're going to do, I gave you a simple thing. Tomorrow's 24 hours, what are you going to do? You're going to take a piece of paper today, write the hours on one side, and what exactly you're going to do. And see at the end of the day how many things you put a tick to. You will be able to do much more work than what you had planned if you write it down or when you write it down. And if you don't write, you might not even do half of what you had planned. There's a charm in writing and then scoring it out or ticking it out. Try doing it and educate yourself. This is what I tried telling in the beginning. Education does not necessarily mean what you would educate within the classroom. It means what you do beyond the classroom, that would be that niche, what you would have other than those people. Right? And dreams are your fuel. They are the ones which is going to keep helping you move forward. So that's the first exercise I told you. Now the second exercise. So that's my dream chart. You saw my dream book. I'm showing you my dream chart. Take a chart and stick whatever you want. It will all happen. I have written it and I have laminated the chart. You can see a lot of positivity there, right? So that will help you move from your comfort zone towards the success, a real giant leap. So our comfort zone keeps expanding each time we step out of our previous comfort zone. So that's very important. Watch this video.
Don't be a parrot in life. A parrot talks way too much, but can't fly high. But an eagle is silent and has the willpower to touch the sky. Here's the 7 mentalities that we can learn from an eagle. Number 1, eagles fly alone at high altitude. Eagles don't fly with sparrows, ravens, and other small birds, meaning stay away from narrow-minded people, those that bring you down. Eagles fly with eagles. There's a saying that goes like this: people you hang around will eventually determine the person you become. Keep good company. Number 2, eagles have vision. They have the ability to focus on something as far as 5 kilometers away. No matter what the obstacles, the eagle will not move his focus from the prey until he grabs it. Meaning, have a vision and remain focused in your life. No matter what the obstacles and challenges you may face, don't give up and you will succeed. Number 3, eagles are fearless. An eagle will never surrender to the size or strength of its prey. It will always give a fight to win its prey or regain its territory, meaning no matter what the size or big your problems are, don't give up. Instead, face it. Successful people are fearless. They face problems head on. Number 4, eagles are tenacious. Eagles love storm. When clouds gather, the eagles get excited. The eagles use the storm wind to lift themselves higher. Once it finds the wind of the storm, the eagles use the raging storm to lift itself above the clouds. This gives the eagle the opportunity to glide and rest its wings. In the meantime, all the other birds hide in the branches and leaves of the tree, meaning achievers are not afraid of challenges. Rather, they relish in them and use them for profitability. Number 5, eagles never eat dead things. Eagles never eat dead meat. In other words, an eagle does not scavenge. It only eats the meat from the prey it kills itself. Meaning, do not rely on your past success. Keep looking for new frontiers to conquer. Leave your past where it belongs, in the past. Number 6, eagles prepare for training. They remove the feather in the soft grass in the nest so that the young ones get uncomfortable in preparation for flying. And eventually, they fly when it becomes too unbearable to stay in the nest. Meaning, leave your comfort zone. There is no growth there. Last but not least, number 7, eagles possess vitality. When the eagle grows old, his feathers become weak and cannot take him as fast and as high as it should. This makes him weak and could make him die, so he retires to a place far away in the mountains. And while there, he plucks out the weak feathers in his body and breaks his beak and his claws against the rocks until he is completely bare. A very bloody and painful process. Then he stays in his hiding place until he has grown new feathers, new beaks and claws, and then comes out flying higher than ever before. Meaning, we occasionally need to shed off old habits, no matter how difficult. Things that burden us or add no value to our lives should be let go of.
So I'm sure that video really brought out most of you and your understanding towards how you need to change. And that last point, or the seventh point, which they spoke about the eagle. They said about the beak and the wings, right? The feathers. That takes sometimes 30 years. 30. It's a new life for the entire eagle. And if that happens, they would stay for another 30 years. So how is it that you want to be? Is the question you need to ask yourself. The secret says you should change your focus from the negativity to the positivity. And you should start thinking about all that positive things or the change or how you would feel when the change happens. And when you think that way, all good things are going to happen to you. Are you ready for that? For the new you? Let's see. And as we spoke about time management, we need to understand that you have to have a way and means of putting things forward. Obvious, a work-life balance is necessary. I'm sure in the next 5 to 10 years, each of you are going to have a family to take care. So you will have to balance between your family and then your profession. There are a lot of things which comes that way. So how soon are you going to learn all that? How much time are you going to give for friends, for vacations or holidays, for your health? As I told you, it has to be a holistic way of life, right? The secret of change is to focus all of your energy on not fighting for the old, but building on the new. And embrace technology. We just spoke about technology a few minutes back. Wherever you can embrace technology, you should do that. Because that's the way forward. Write down, this is your third exercise, write down the 5 dreams you would want to achieve in 2021. Very important. I'm sure only 8 to 10% of you will do this. And only those people will succeed. Then write what you want to do in the next 5 years and the next 10 years. Whatever you write is going to come true. So be careful. Don't write anything wrong. Write what you want. Okay? And the time is ticking, friends. You can give a lot of excuses. You can say this didn't work, that didn't happen. Or, I had so many challenges. How are you going to carry your burdens? Is it going to be a stepping stone? Or is it going to be a roadblock? Choice is yours, right? And stay positive. When I say stay positive, it means think positive, speak positive, feel positive, and share that positivity around you. Very important. So I'm sure you must be having these sticky notes. You can take those and put it wherever you want. Achievers do that. And shed your old self to discover a new you. So, if there is a time in your life to change, understand the time is now, it is today. And the easier you start to think about change, you will stop feeling that you're getting stuck somewhere. You want to move ahead in life? And if you have certain decisions to make rational decisions. And when you don't make those decisions in a few years' time, those decisions will be mentally upsetting you. You will see your friend move forward and you've not done anything. There's no point in feeling sad or bad if you've not taken steps for that. And it's all about your decisions to make that happen, right? And do whatever you're doing it with passion makes a difference. So discover your passion. Find those things that make you forget. Spend time on things that leave you without any regrets. Discover those things that make you feel the best. And explore many options to give you the best chance for success. Many a times we try doing a lot of things, and one thing gives you happiness, and that's what you want to pursue. You might have heard about many engineers turn into musicians, right? So many famous people are that way. Why? Because that was their heart's calling. They're passionate about what they're doing right now, and that's giving them success, right? So that's the way you need to see. When you're not sure about what you want to do in life, probably the best thing to do is to try out all the opportunities that knocks your door. Explore your options and settle with the one that you love the most. It's exactly what I told you. And keep practicing, and practicing, because only that would make you perfect in whatever you're doing. And we heard about challenges and obstacles. It will happen for all of us, but you need to challenge the challenges. And whatever stones are coming in your way, use them as your stepping stones, right? That's going to make the difference. So embrace each challenge in your life as an opportunity for self-transformation. And this is how success is defined. So see your goal, understand the obstacles, create a positive mental picture, clear your mind of self-doubt, embrace the challenge, stay on track, and show the world that you can do it. So let's all get into the new you plan. Write down whatever are the new things that you want to do to change or transform from today. You can break that into 3. You can have short-term plans, mid-term plans, and long-term plans. And assess yourself till you understand the big picture. And as I told you, have everyday resolutions. Plan on your everyday activity towards that. And to keep track, you need to stay on track. So you need to monitor how much you've done every single day. And these are the positive affirmations which is very important. There is no one better to be than myself. I am enough. I get better every single day. I am an amazing person. All of my problems have solutions. Today, I am a leader. I forgive myself for all my mistakes. My challenges help me grow. I choose my own attitude, and I'm choosing to have an amazing day. These could be your positive affirmations which you keep saying every single day, and you will feel in a week's time that you feel very nice about yourself. So what is the difference between a boss and a leader? A boss instructs and says, do this, do that. Whereas a leader does it and leads you by example. So are you wanting to be the leader? I have not come here to tell things to you. I told you I'm going to share a part of my life with you, right? And I did. And I am seeing the success. Are you ready? Right? And this is the ladder of achievement. For all of you who want to walk this path, there would be like, maybe I can't do it, I don't know how to do it, I wish I could, what is it? I think I might. I might, I think I can, I will, and I did it. How many of you will feel a sense of ecstasy, a sense of achievement when you reach that ladder? I'm sure most of you want to do that, right? Want to achieve. Then work on that yourself, because that's how you're going to get into identifying or discovering the new you. So may the next few months be a period of magnificent transformation, and it is time we all change.
If you listen and take action, chances are you're going to dramatically change your life. What is your dream? Each and every single one of us has dreams, and we all know they are achievable because we've seen so many other people before us turn theirs into reality. For any dream you have, whether it's sports, business, inventions, music, acting, you name it, there's an expert in that field. And you can take the exact steps they did because success always leaves clues. Do you think you can accomplish your dream? I know it sounds like a cliche, but if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. If you don't believe in yourself now, choose to do so, because it's just a matter of choosing, and it's as simple as it sounds. Choose to believe in yourself and give yourself a chance, because this is the only way you can start the process of turning your dream into reality. Stop asking around for other people's opinions, because not everyone will have the same vision as you, and maybe they don't believe in the same thing as you simply because they chose to believe in something else. But that doesn't mean what you want for yourself isn't possible. It is possible. There are so many examples in this world of people that face the same problems as you have, but that didn't stop them. On the contrary, it motivated them even more. If you believe in yourself and you think you can turn your dream into reality, then what's stopping you? You will never feel ready, and you will never have all the resources. What you need to understand is that you simply have to start where you are right now. You just have to start. And once you do that, you will see for yourself what it is that you need. You will learn from your own mistakes, and you will see what works and what doesn't. And soon you'll start getting momentum, and this may be the most important thing. Once you have momentum, you won't be able to stop, and everything will seem easy. Even if things might get tough sometimes, you won't think of them as tough, because you will have grown more confident and nothing will stop you. You will make progress. Progress will make you happy. Happiness will help you do more and be more. And once all of this becomes second nature to you, you will be one of them. You will be successful, and people want to be like you, and you will try to help and to motivate them by giving them the same advice all successful people give. And they won't turn your words into action because they won't believe in themselves. They won't believe they deserve to be successful and to be someone, for the sole reason they've had to deal with failures at some point in their life. How would you be, feel, and act if your dream was accomplished? You deserve to feel like that. You deserve to accomplish all those things. And why shouldn't you? Your life is your life. You're the master, and you choose. You decide who and what you're going to be. The average human life expectancy is 79 years. That means if you're 30, you have about 49 years left to live. That's 588 months, 2,555 weeks, or 17,885 days. So stop wasting any more time and make each day count. So stop wasting any more time and make each day count.
So make each day count, my dear friends, because that's going to be the way you'll be able to change yourself. So thank you once again for a patient listening, and as always, it's a wonderful talking to all of you. I wanted you all to see this picture, which was taken in 2009. And as I told you, I had come to your institution to do a dental camp, and it was almost 12-13 years back. If anybody wants to get in touch, that's my number. Thank you.